it rain, girl, make it. 매주 하는 생각. What if it's just me? 영화 한 편 끝나듯이. As real as it can be. 급급했던 기억들은 where I can't just see. 창문 없는 방에 when I am so free. Mother Russia in my cup and my glass is fogging up. Oh yeah, hey dog, hey what's up?
Oh yeah, hey dog, hey what's up?
When the sweaty walls are banging, I don't fuck with family planning. Make it rain, girl, make it rain. 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 Make it rain, girl, make it. 매주 하는 생각. What if it's
It is Thursday, May 21st. It is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Tim, that is Zach, and you are watching the number one rated podcast on Twitch, according to my grandmother, who I send her the video, but I mute it, and I edit it out with old-time radio shows, so she thinks she's listening to something that she would actually enjoy. And one time, though, I accidentally spliced it with the wrong radio show, and I sent it to her, and it was War of the Worlds. And it was very, very disturbing. I think she really freaked out on that one. Anyways, this is Lore of the Things, where we talk about all things and stuff, nerdy and otherwise.
The things.
How we doing, Zach?
That's pretty much it.
You were muted that entire time because I didn't want you to ruin my intro.
We're doing good. We're doing very good.
Very
Looks like you
good.
took care of that on your own.
Yeah. Yeah, you were muted that whole time. I wanted to get the intro out. I was nervous about it. It's the first time practicing the new intro.
Oh, good thing that was just practice.
Yeah. But I practiced it live, though, you know?
What do you got there in the background? What is that there? What do you got there?
Look at that crust.
Is that some... Yeah, see, that's not even pizza. I don't know what you're doing over there. Where is that from? Those are some nice-looking sausages.
That's good crust right there.
Some quality sausages on that thing.
Oh, that's just a little something we whipped up today.
Holy crap.
Yeah. That's what crust is supposed to look like, by the way.
It looks like it's, what is it, cold? It's been cold for a while?
Oh, it's cold. It's right out of the fridge, dude. Look. I don't even
Looks
got a
good.
flop to it, dude. It's hard.
Hard as a rock.
Welcome to Lord of Things. Anyway, we're here.
Okay, we got somebody in the chat. I'm going to read this for you. I think it's directed towards you. It says, haha, what's up, douchebag? It's Tanner from high school. Remember me? Me and the guys used to give you a hard time in school. Sorry, you were just an easy target. LOL. I can see not much has changed. Remember Sarah, the girl you had a crush on? Yeah, we're married now. I make over $200K a year and drive a Mustang GT. I guess some things never change, huh, loser? Nice catching up. LOL. Pathetic.
That is a copy pasta. I'll be right back. Entertain the people, Zach.
Shave
Give 'em
off
what they
that
want.
gay mustache. I think he's talking to you, buddy. What's up? UL4UR4 and Eddie. Eddie, you're talking to Tim, right?
What are those?
Uh-oh. What is that?
Something new to the show.
What in the world is that?
We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this in a little bit.
Is this a roast? I wasn't ready.
First thing we're going to talk about is the channel revamp. Look at this. I sent it over to the art team. I said, man, we're looking lackluster.
Yep. He did. I assume.
They said, say less, fam. And this is what they came up
They
with.
literally don't want to hear from you. They say less. What he means is don't email me anymore.
Yeah. So
Okay.
when he didn't respond, I took it upon myself to redo the channel. In case you didn't know, the real ones already know, obviously. But the Barry Dubs Twitch page has been overrun and taken over and slammed into the ground and beaten to the dirt and killed by the
We got
name
rid of that.
by the name Lord of the Things, because
Got it.
it's a global phenomena. And
Mm-hmm.
the show is now, well, I mean, the channel is now the show, and the show is now the channel. And they
That's right.
are intertwined, one and the same. So, this is Lord of the Things, and I'm going to go by Tim, because that's my name. My name was never Barry.
Yeah,
Fooled
right.
you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Fooled you. You thought my name was Barry. My name wasn't Barry.
$500. I know what that word is. Is that Portuguese? Are you guys calling me a piglet?
What's going on?
That ain't
We got
nice.
chatters?
That ain't nice. I think I'm having a stroke, man.
Do we have chatters?
Okay,
Because I'm not connected to chat right now.
I want your speaking with me. Yeah, we got some chatters that are like Portuguese.
Hold on one
They're not
sec.
Portuguese. They're speaking Portuguese.
Give me 1 second, because my thing's not connecting to chat. I'm not able to read the chat here. And that's an issue. We're going to resolve it right now.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to say piglet on air, okay? In Portuguese. So, it's not happening.
You just said it in English, though.
Ah, fuck. Jesus
Why is my
Christ.
chat not connecting right now? We're having technical difficulties over here.
I don't know. But I do know. Oh, wait, does that. Shit, I don't know what that word means, man. I'm not going to say a word I don't know what it means. Tell me what it means first.
Nah. TOS, TOS, TOS.
TOS.
Monka TOS.
Leitão Asado? Is
Don't
what you're
say that.
looking
Don't say that.
for?
What are you doing,
It's
bro?
a challenge.
What are you doing?
Leitão Asado means roasted piglet.
Oh. Are you sure?
No,
Well,
in Portuguese.
I wouldn't say it then.
Well, really? Me too. I will give you money. They're trying to give me money. Are you trying to give it to me or him? Because if you're trying to give it to him, I'm not going to tell him what you're saying. He doesn't deserve to get the piglet money.
I got the chat up.
Mm-hmm.
Finally. But I don't know why I do that. I leave that to the peons. You know, it's peon work reading chat.
The peons. Say again, I don't listen. You should have been listening. I said, I took it up a notch. I roasted that piglet for you. Leitão Asado. I cannot speak Portuguese, okay? I'll tell you that. If that's even Portuguese. They say they were Brazilian.
Why is my chat not chatting? We're having technical difficulties here, man.
I think maybe I'm having a stroke and no one's in chat. Is that possible?
Definitely possible.
Huh.
Definitely possible.
So,
Oh, well,
What's been happening?
anyways,
What
I
do
got
we
the
got?
chat up. Nah, we don't speak Portuguese, man.
What's up, dudes? Lord of the Losers.
Yo, what's up, Lord of the Losers?
That's impossible. I'm not in chat right now.
Neither am I. Wait, I thought I was Lord of the Losers.
Oh, okay. Okay, give me the $200. I want them shipped to me right now.
Wait,
Dingus, dude.
what kind of dolls? Oh, thanks for the follow, Lord of the Losers.
Hell yeah, we finally got him in here. Lord of the Losers.
I've been trying to get him on for a while now.
Really, thank you guys.
Hey,
I don't know what's going on here. Fumendorf.
we got Conor McGregor today or not?
Something about later. Connor. Oh, unfortunately, I think he's sick.
Welcome to Beatlemania.
Yeah, this is Beatlemania. It's the real Beatles. You know what I'm saying over here? The real ones. So,
Yeah, okay.
what are you banning people in chat over here,
Oh, yeah.
huh?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Probably smart, really.
Yeah, we don't tolerate that around here.
So, what do we got on the topics for tonight? We got
Beatlemania.
anything good? Beatlemania. What's the study of Beatles called? Does that just falls under insect study?
Beatlology.
Beatlology?
Yeah,
Okay, I believe that.
Beatlology.
Coleopertology. Coleopertology.
That's not the
Is it
study of Beatles, is it?
Beatles, yeah.
That's weird.
From Coleoptera, is a branch of etymology, scientific study of beetles. So that's
Are you
interesting.
trolling me right now? Are you making this up?
I wish
Coleoptera.
I was. Man. I wish I was.
Is that where the name Cleopatra came from?
Yeah, because the beetle symbol was her symbol.
It's pretty close to Coleoptera. It's pretty close to Cleopatra.
Yeah, man. That's where it came from.
I really wish my chat was working on Streamlabs. But I got the chatters up. Don't worry, chatters. Oh, Tim.
We see you.
No, Tim, please look at my chat. Please look what I say in chat. I'm looking
Don't
at it right
touch
here.
me there. It's my no-no square.
I'm looking at it right here on a different window thing. But I really want it on my Streamlabs because it makes things easier. But whatever.
Is it
you
not
know.
linked up? It's not linked? Let's look at the...
Could it have
I'm gonna look at
problems because I
some-
changed my name?
Oh, you changed your name, bro? Jeez Louise. That's going to be big problems throughout the show.
True. How are you doing, Spectre 9087? I couldn't read those numbers. They're blue. We are doing pretty fantastic, I think.
I'm doing all right. I'm not
As you
doing
can
great.
see, I'm in a sunshine state of mind.
It's pretty hot in here, actually, if I'm being honest.
I'm actually
But,
freezing.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go crank it down. Why don't you serenade
I'm
the
gonna-
crew while
I think I'm gonna
while I
crank
go
it
crank
up.
it down?
Oh,
Get a couple blankets.
Serenade. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I got my pizza. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh.
I heard everything you said.
What is that? Let me translate this to make sure I don't need to ban this guy.
That is Russian. I don't know if you knew that. Did you know that? So we're doing pretty good here. Wait, what?
Oh, it's
That's a long high.
Privet. Is that how you say it? Did I say it right?
Yeah, I know that word. Never seen it written out though.
Did I say it wrong though?
Sounds perfect to me, and I'm fluent in Russian.
Yeah.
So-
I've seen a couple Russian bad guys in a couple movies in my time.
What happened? Did you buy a bunch of bots or something to get in chat? What is
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Where
I
are
paid-
these Russians
these are all paid actors, actually.
paid paid actors, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you? We're good. We're good. Google Translate's helping me out big here, big time.
I'll tell you what.
You speak
Translate
the English, because we do.
Google Translate let me down when I was in France. I'll tell you that. I look like a fucking moron.
Or should I say,
Oh, that's what they said.
I know.
That's why I grew
it's-
this mustache.
Look at this idiot.
It was funny because it like got progressively worse in Spain. Super nice. Everybody was nice. I was struggling, and people were like, "Oh, it's okay. You know, you're doing good." In France, they were like, "We're not really into that." And in Italy, they were like, "Get the fuck out of here. Speak our language or just leave." They're like the Italians of Europe. I mean, the Americans of Europe. I feel like.
Oh, thank you for the follow, man. Super appreciated. Welcome to the Dingus Den. This is Lord of the
Looks like
Things.
he's-
I mean, all we do here is we just talk about current events, nerdy stuff, random bullshit. We give you our opinions, whether you want them or not. They're
And I wear the
usually-
same shirt every week.
Yeah, he wears the
Oh.
same shirt every week. Champion though, so
This
he's got clout.
this shirt is actually been washed like about 4 times so far since last episode. So
What do you wear it every single day?
I wear it every other day. So yeah, I buy one shirt and I wear it out until
I
it's
thought you were a
rags,
polo
and then I
guy.
get another one. Yeah, I like polo the style or the brand.
The brand.
Polo is dead. I don't know if you knew that. You didn't get the memo. You're not up on fashion, but yeah, polo is dead. I wear Nike
Everything.
Athletic dry fit now,
Okay.
and a little bit of that's really all I wear actually. I have my polos.
So what's going on,
Niletto?
Niletto? How are you? You been drinking or what? Because your name's Niletto. Been drinking.
No, it's been drinking. Come on.
Inspector never told me whether he was doing well or not, but I gotta push him for it, man. I'm not
I
gonna
don't
hold your
think he
hand.
is.
So what's going on today, man? What's been going on lately?
Well, it turns out, according to Papa Trump, that the virus is done. It's over. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
We won.
We won. We won the war against the virus, and that's all there is about that.
That's what we do. We're Americans. We win.
That's right. But realistically, they're opening up states, and it's pretty masked up out there. You know that song, Mask Up?
It's pretty terrifying, actually. I need to grab a drink. I'll be right back. I should've used
Niall.
before the show, but I don't know, everyone calls him Niall, but his name's Niletto. What is that?
Niletto.
Comrade.
Yep. So while he's gone, we're going to talk about his secret surprise birthday party that we've been planning. There's going to be unlimited ice cream floats, root beer floats rather, and burgers. That's all I got so far. It's going to be at a park or something. So yeah,
So I invented a new drink.
what do we got? What's the drink?
This is what you do. You take some unsweet iced tea.
Where did you get that? What is that, just sitting by you at all times?
Yeah, no, you didn't see me walk away from the camera. Take some unsweet iced tea. You do about, oh, a little splash there. About 62.7% of your drink needs to be unsweet iced tea.
Okay.
He joined the live because he thought the mustache was cool. Well,
Oh, which one? Let's clarify this
mine,
real quick.
This is dirt. Let me wipe it off.
Maybe he might be talking about yours, but I think I know who he's talking to here.
Don't blow his head up,
Yeah.
all right? And then 62.7% unsweet iced tea.
I appreciate that, by the way.
And then the
okay,
rest of it-
67.2.
The rest of it is
Gotcha.
going to be lemonade. I call it the Tim.
The Tim? What? That you can't call that the Tim.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Come on.
It's a brand new drink. I just came up with it. You get the boldness of the tea leaves infused with that citrusy lemon goodness and just a hint of sweet.
Wait. So it's iced tea, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
Unsweet
lemonade,
iced tea
right?
at 62.7%.
Okay, yep.
And then that would make, what is that?
Roughly 2/3.
62.7, a little under 2/3.
Right.
I can't do
And
math
then
right
you
now,
put-
but what is that? 27.3% lemonade?
67.2. That's 32.8.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I got something to tell you, buddy. I hate to be the one to break it to you.
This is the new drink. It's called the Tim. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's a really good
sure
combo.
Somebody beat you to that one.
I don't
Pretty
know,
sure. Pretty sure that the legend Arnold Palmer beat you to that.
The
He's been doing
chiropractor?
that for years. That's right. He was a
I don't know,
famous
man. I don't
golfer,
think this
man.
is
Don't you know
chiroprac-
your American history?
I don't think this is a chiropractor drink. Arnold Palmer drink. This says Arnold Palmer combines iced tea and lemonade, but to what ratio? Like, can this guy really
Ooh.
capitalize the drink?
That's a really good question. I'm pretty sure he just did it all haphazardly because he was wasted all the time. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
This isn't even mixed, dude. Hold on.
He was a champ, dude. He was a big boy champion.
This isn't even mixed.
So anyway, that's the Arnold Palmer. Yeah.
It's not even mixed.
Oof. Yeah,
Does
it's
that look
good.
anything like this? No.
Yep. All right, man. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah,
What
man.
are you doing today, Callum of the corner?
Callum's here.
Looks like it. What is
Welcome
this?
back,
What is
Callum.
this? Is this the secrets? I'm gonna blow this
Oh.
up so I can
Oh,
hack your system.
oh, oh, you weren't
What is
supposed to
that?
see that. I'm sorry.
I'm clipping
Well, so if that's an Arnold Palmer, I don't know who this guy
it.
is. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Some chiropractor. I don't fucking know. This is the tip. 62.7% unsweet iced tea with 32.8%. Thank you for the math, Zach.
This guy.
Lemonade. And if you want to get real technical, the real way to make it,
Right. What do you got?
it's got to be Publix brand.
Oh, of course. What? Publix brand everything?
Yeah, even the cups.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
everything's got to be
enjoy the
Publix.
Publix brand. I like Publix brand. Nothing wrong with it. I don't do their unsweet iced tea though, really.
Your lockdown's getting eased up. Yeah, we're in Florida, dude. They just like let us run wild at this point, and we locked down super late, so we all got the Rona anyway.
Yeah. No big deal.
What were you saying about Publix brand, Zach?
I like it. I don't drink their unsweet iced tea, but it's okay. I've had it.
I don't drink a lot of tea or lemonade.
Yeah, me neither. I drink a lot of water.
I drink
Next Thursday,
exclusively
you're getting
sparkling water.
eased up. That'll be what's up. My day was pretty fun filled. Actually, I did a lot of work. That's fun, right? That's how we have fun.
No.
What about you? You work today, right? How was that? You get a lot of customers in there?
Ooh.
You don't like working, huh?
Yeah,
Me neither.
you get a decent amount of customers. Pretty steady day.
What would you say the mask ratio is? How many are masked versus unmasked?
You want like a percentage or like a ratio, an actual ratio?
How about
You could always- you
convert
could-
it into an improper fraction?
You could convert it yourself. Well, if it was an improper fraction, there'd be more people with masks than exist.
Yeah, that's true.
Like every 3 out of 2 people has masks. That's
1 out of 2. Right. Okay. So 2 out of 1 people have masks?
I'd say it's sitting at about 18%.
50%? 18%. You're saying 18% have masks.
Yeah.
18%.
Yeah.
God, we're done for, man. How many
Say
times have you caught the
18
Rona
out of
from
every 100 people that walk in the door. I mean, I have the immune system of a Viking. It doesn't matter.
that? Right.
I've
I
lived
can
in
tell by your genetic makeup, you know, how your facial hair grows in all thick in between your mustache and your beard.
Okay. Listen, I've lived in squalor and filth my entire life.
Oh, I feel that. I feel that deep down.
I survive. I'm a survivor. You could put me on the Galapagos and I would just eat everything alive. I'd eat the tortoises, eat the beavers, just eat everything, dude. Am I allowed to say eat the beavers on Twitch?
I'm pretty sure there's no beavers on the Galapagos, so that's allowed.
Okay. I mean, whatever they got there. Lizards? Eat the lizards?
Lizards, eat them. They got those. They got.
Oh,
those
I'll eat 'em,
iguanas there
Callum.
that-
I'll eat them.
Not the tortoises. Anything but the
I'm a
tortoises.
beast, dude. I'll fight right through the shell. That's how I broke my tooth,
You
actually.
know,
Fighting through a tortoise shell.
on a tortoise shell.
Yeah.
Those guys live for a long time. You know that?
Yeah, longer than us. Most of the time, on average.
That's right. I don't know about average.
On sometimes.
Sometimes they do.
On sometimes.
You know, that's where old Darwin hung out a lot.
Yeah.
Is he one of your idols? You being a atheist, heathen and all.
Yeah, Darwinism's pretty big for me.
He kind of broke the mold on that whole religion thing, right?
Yeah, he kind of lifted the veil. You know what I mean?
You know,
I'm super into
pretty
Darwin. I'm really into L. Ron Hubbard. His sci-fi works before the Scientology thing, not the actual religion. I pretty much just like worship George Lucas,
Yeah.
and now Dave Filoni
Now-
has been like his Jesus.
So help me understand this. Why so much hate for George Lucas?
He's kind of a
I mean,
whack
don't they
job.
appreciate it? Well, yeah,
A lot
I
of people
mean-
didn't like the sequels. A lot of people hated the inclusion of the midichlorian.
Oh, it was the sequels. That's right.
No, not the sequels. The prequels. The prequels.
I mean, prequels. Yeah. No. We all know
Um,
what you're talking about.
They didn't like the inclusions of the midichlorian. They thought it was a big joke. But who's not to say? It's his universe. If the Force
That's right.
has a certain type of cell in your blood that it utilizes more than others, then so be it. You know what I mean?
They wanted it. You think that the general consensus is it should be more mythical?
Mystical,
and
not
less
scientific.
Mystical. Yeah, I said
Mythical,
but-
mystical.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the late 90s rapper Mystical.
Oh, mystical, man.
With a K.
You ever seen the Master P Cribs?
I don't believe so.
Oh man, you should check it out. You ever seen the Redman Cribs? I think it was Redman.
I haven't seen a lot of Cribs.
Redman, it's like his house in Staten Island, and it's just him, and it's just like a regular, like house. It's like got 2 bedrooms, like 1.5 baths.
Wasn't there somebody from Jackass that was on there and it was just like a van?
Probably. But Redman's like the realest Cribs of all time. He's got like trash piled up in the corner. Like, laundry is like laid out, and he irons on the floor. He shows people how he irons on the floor and stuff. It was real, dude. Wu-Tang forever, and that comes from not spending all your money on a crib, apparently. Or maybe he doesn't have any money.
Is
When you split your money that many ways.
Is Redman even like part of Wu-Tang now?
Oh, I don't even know, man.
I don't think he is. It might have been a big. It might have been a faux pas for the hip hop heads out there.
Yeah, can you ever actually leave?
No, was
Wu-Tang?
he ever even a part of Wu-Tang? I know he's not an original member of Wu-Tang.
Right. No, I think he definitely.
I mean, he's associated with
he
Method
is.
Man, who is a part of Wu-Tang.
I think he would say that he's part of Wu-Tang. I think they would say he is a part of Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang is.
Don't you think so?
The RZA, the Jizza, Old Dirty Bastard, Ghostface.
Yeah. I think you gotta say the
Method
RZA,
Man.
the Jizza, and the Ghostface Killer. You know,
Oh,
kind of rhymes.
yeah.
I think that's what they meant by
The RZA,
you
the
know.
Jizza, the Ghostface Killer. Method Man.
I think we're gonna offend some hip hop fans out there if you keep going here.
Wu-Tang Clan. I should know
Wu-Tang
this.
Clan.
I just watched that Hulu show.
What Hulu show?
Yeah, ODB, of course. There's a show, a Hulu show. It's like a biopic.
Look at this double chin I got going. That's pretty good. It's almost triple.
Oh, Inspector Deck and Raekwon.
Oh yeah.
You
of
God.
course.
That was the OG lineup. Raekwon, Ghostface, Inspector Deck, You God, Master Killa.
Master Killer.
Capadonna.
Is he a Master Killer though?
Probably.
Okay, so
Anyways,
what about you had something fun to talk about, didn't you? You wanted to talk about it to the all the fans out there. Didn't you want to tell them something?
I don't know.
I'm pretty
Talking
sure you had
about
something.
my professionally prepared statement on toxic gamers, or
Yeah, I'm trying to stall and I'm scrolling back, trying to find topics. But yeah, that's what I meant. Your prepared statement on toxic gamers.
we
You know,
want
it's
to
been
make.
on my mind way too much, man. Way too much.
So me and Zach both have. I have a child, a natural born child. He has.
And I have access to a child
He
on a
has
regular
access
basis.
to a child on a regular basis. It's nothing weird. It's his nephew.
I'm the uncle with the mustache, you see. Tell the fans. Tell the fans.
It's a little
Tell
creepy.
the fans.
And we've been exposed a little bit more to like the Fortnite and the Fortniters and the Minecrafters and
Let's just call it what it is. It's the disgusting filth that's invading our youth's minds.
yeah.
And that's the toxic
I'm
gamers.
I'm all for talking crap, talking shit online, saying, "Oh, you suck," this and that. But
You suck.
it's evolving. It's changing into something so much worse.
It's worse than it's ever been, right?
Yes,
Are we boomers at this point, or is it worse? It's worse.
we are gaming boomers. They call us gaming boomers.
It's the reign of Ninja, I think, brought it in. I really do. I don't want to give him too much credit, but I think he brought it in. He made it popular.
I don't know because I think it in turn made him worse.
Made him worse or more popular?
Both.
I think some people watch him just because he rages out. And he's
All
like,
right, so this is a
"God, why'd you
public.
kill me?"
This is a public service announcement for the people out there who play video games. Don't tolerate toxic gamers.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it. When you
Tell
go
them
into
they're
a game,
wrong.
you don't even feed it. You go in with positivity, and you just pump it in. Me and Zach tested this out in some Valorant games.
It worked.
We
I'll tell
went
you that
in-
much.
Not sounding too sarcastic or trolly, were very positive. We were supporting our teammates. We were encouraging our teammates, and the whole mood of the entire match was very keen.
Transformed. It was transformed, I'll tell you. And team killing is okay in some cases. Wait, no, wait, don't team kill. But
Only
I
if it's
just
with a
think
crossbow.
it's a lot of like these streamers, these Fortnite streamers and YouTubers and stuff. They make it like a point to be toxic. I think maybe if you're toxic in a game, just keep it, limited to voice chat. Don't stream it. Don't put it out there for little kids to see. I don't know.
They're very, very, like, the access to the internet that these kids have, and I think it's not just the internet, because, we had access to the internet, but
it's unprecedented.
It's YouTube, it's the streaming culture that has now surrounded Twitch and other platforms like it. These kids are very influenceable, I guess is the word. Influenza-able?
Yeah.
How do you say it?
That's it. Influenceable.
Influenceable, right?
They're very easily influenced.
Influenceable. And what is that? A little sneak peek.
What was that? I don't know what that was.
It was like,
uh-oh. What is that?
influenceable. That's what it is. Just get out there and be positive. Bring people up. There's not enough of it going around. It might sound corny. It might sound campy or silly, but it's not. A little bit goes a long way, especially in gaming.
That's right.
There's enough negativity out there in the world. We come to game to de-stress, to shoot people. We're already shooting people.
Right. That's it.
Slashing them. We don't need to tell them that they suck afterwards. I will, but I won't tell them in voice chat to them.
Right. We'll talk about them later.
But toxicity in your own head is a problem in itself, too.
Sure. Why not?
Be confident. Don't be cocky. It's an old adage. It's always been a thing.
Let's see. Callum of the Corner says, in 2010, Call of Duty was the start of talking crap in games. People were a bit older. It was just as bad. But now Fortnite is much more for kids, and there's more gamers in general, so it's massively multiplied, and kids turn talking crap into a screeching match. That's
the thing
true.
about Call of Duty crap talking was like, oh, your mom this, your mom that. Haha, it's funny. The lobbies,
right.
They were loud, they were crazy. You get into a lobby, how many people in here want to suck, blah, 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 you know what I mean?
And it stemmed from, not just being toxic for toxic's sake. I don't know.
But, yes, the internet is more accessible. Yes, the lobbies are bigger. But I think it's sometimes attributed to the people that are influencing other people through social media, through streaming services, through YouTube, the content creators. And I think as content creators, it's our responsibility to just make it better.
Yeah, just cut it out. Just knock it off.
We are some of the most influential voices on Twitch. So
that's pretty. Yeah, us in particular, but that's. I think we said our piece.
I'm not gonna go all holier than thou. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta show you something. With that said, look at this. That's cool, right?
You look like Huckleberry Finn.
That finishes the look right there. That's what I was missing.
That's good. You look like you should play backup keyboards on albums recorded by the Killers. And maybe be a touring keyboardist as well.
I look like I have the Facebook or Snapchat filter on. It just makes gives you a ridiculous mustache.
You're giving me you're really giving me a Wax Museum Weekend at Bernie's vibe right now.
I could just die right here. And he'd do the
Nobody would
show.
even know, dude. It'd be like Zach's cam froze, I think.
I think this is the look I was
So that's
going
enough.
for.
That's the PSA for the toxic gamers out there. Just cut it out. We don't want
Yeah,
it.
just knock it off.
Get out of here. Get him out of
Get
here.
out of here. Cancel him.
So we are in Florida, as you know. As you know, Zach. I don't know if they know, but Zach knows.
I knew that. Last time I checked, didn't you see the outfit? Of course we're in Florida.
You hear about this Rebecca Jones thing?
Oh, did I ever? That, it's funny. I heard about that, and I thought, I could have told you that. Wait, what about Rebecca Jones? I didn't hear about it.
I could have told you that. I was totally convinced that you were pulling up some research on it, dude.
No, that was the one who said she got fired for not altering numbers or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
I
DeSantis
Googled
came back
Rebecca
and said,
Jones,
no.
something else. That didn't happen. Didn't happen like that.
He said, no, she was acting without... She was a rogue agent.
Think she works for Russia?
Who do you
Is that
believe?
what's going on?
No, I believe the Rebecca Jones side. I think she just didn't want to alter the numbers.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sounds like a good reason to get fired, and then all of a sudden he comes out with like some cybersexual allegations and stalking and all this other slanderous stuff.
yeah.
Out of nowhere? Like, how'd she get hired there in the first place? He's like, I don't know how she got hired there. They should
Is
have done
this
a background
Watergate
check on
type
it.
situation? I wouldn't put it past the Dems to hire her to say all that though, and I wouldn't put it past the Republicans to fake numbers.
Yeah, we'll probably never know. I bet she's another lizard person, actually.
I think she's in on it. Callum in the corner said, would fully agree the content creators make it much worse as they grow more, if funnier, so try to be more outrageous and funny. That's what I'm saying.
She was leading up this online dashboard, Callum, for our state.
Like an infograph website.
An infograph dashboard for COVID numbers in Florida. And she apparently said that she was let go from her job because she refused to fudge the numbers in support of reopening the state this early. And our governor came out and said no. And this guy's like a Trump puppet. He's like a second
Trumpet.
mouth.
Did you make that up? That's pretty good.
Right now. Just made it up.
It's really good, actually.
He's tooting his horn all over town. If you open him up, he's just got spit valves pouring out like a trumpet. You know what I mean?
That's right.
He came out and said, no, that's not what happened. She wasn't listening to the epidemiologist. She wasn't, according to the science, doing this or that. Well, the epidemiologists and the scientists are probably paid off too.
Everybody was paid off.
She could have had a little integrity and just didn't want to post that. She didn't want to fudge the numbers to open the state because she knows it's still bad. Or it could be the other way around. We'll probably never know. Fact of the matter is,
We might.
it kind of just proves how incompetent and like negligent these corporations are as a whole. Like,
What corporations?
not corporations, but these institutions. I didn't mean to say
You mean
corporations.
the government?
Yeah,
I
of course,
hear you
of
there,
course.
buddy.
I mean, especially in our state, though. That's the thing.
I don't think we're. Look at Chicago. I mean, they get a mayor or governor gets popped every couple of years in Illinois and
Yeah,
Chicago
but they're just
for
like
being
doing
corrupt.
drugs, or they're just like banging hookers. Like, nobody really cares about that stuff.
That's true. That's
Talking
true.
about
I do not
real
care about that.
people damaging corruption.
Yeah.
Talking about lives on the line.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
The guy wants to bang a hooker. That's his whatever, dude.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's a bit dodgy.
That's government for
Exactly.
you, baby. That's how government operates.
So we got a recommendation
They
last
are
week
people.
from Callum and another buddy. What was that guy's name, man? I can't believe I forgot it already.
I think it was
I
Nigel.
I feel terrible. Nigel.
I believe so. He was
Envy.
English,
Envy. Right? That's what it was. Envy. They told us that we had to try this. Urn brew. It's pronounced iron brew, they said, but we're going to pronounce it urn brew because we're Americans and we love to pronounce things wrong.
That's right. Iron brew.
Have
you cracked this open yet? Have you tried it?
Like, I love sushi and fajitas.
Fajitas.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I love saying
I have not
quesadilla.
cracked it yet. I haven't cracked it yet.
You haven't cracked it? Let's crack it on 3. Ready?
They said
Ready?
This competes with Coca-Cola in where? Scotland?
Yeah, I think they said. Let's just call it the UK.
They said it's the best.
Just playing.
So we're gonna crack it.
All right.
We're gonna try it.
3, 2, 1. Oh, it's not very fizzy. Oh, he's gonna get one too.
Okay. I opened it. I'm just gonna set it down.
I'm gonna smell it.
Don't smell it.
Okay, wait. Yeah, you don't smell it. I smelt it. I took a smell.
I was gonna smell it. I'm not gonna smell it. Hold on, I'm being requested to grab a Capri Sun for the Lord of the House.
The Lord of the House. You get a text. You look at the text. Can you
Lord.
get the Lord of the House a Capri Sun? Okay. I can't wait to try this, man. I've been waiting all week. I got this.
Does he want?
Actually, I'll tell you. I went as soon as you were talking about it. I went on Amazon and ordered a 6-pack, and then the next day I went to my local grocer, Publix, and
does he eat it up there?
in the international aisle, right next to the Vegemite and like biscuits and stuff, was this.
Again.
Yeah, because they think Australia and England are still one thing. They think it's, they have a similar accent. But anyway, picked up 3 of these.
Yes, Lord. Yes, my Lord.
Took one to Tim at work. I got one. I got another one in the fridge waiting. In case I love this one so much, I can just slam both back to back.
What are you talking about? Don't be talking behind my back.
Uh-oh.
You're not supposed to talk to the people when I'm not here.
I was telling the story about how I said I ordered a 6-pack on Amazon like that. And then I went to Publix the next day and they had them there in the international aisle. So I just canceled the Amazon order and picked a couple up. Okay, he's got it. Let's drink.
I'm pouring it into a cup. I'm pouring it into a cup. Wait,
What?
do you
You
recommend
almost
pouring it
have the
into a cup or
fizz.
drinking it out of the bottle, Callum?
We're drinking it. This is cowboy style, baby. Ready?
What are we cheersing? We need a toast.
We're cheersing 200 plus years of freedom from the tyranny of the British Crown.
Oh, that's good.
That is foul. Ugh. Yuck. That tastes like... Is this a joke? Is this just made out of you piss or something? Oh, God, what is this? Tastes like cough syrup and Coca-Cola. No, it's pretty good, actually.
Tastes a little bit like cough syrup, but I'm alright with that.
It's not as sweet as Coca-Cola.
I don't drink a lot of soda anymore, so...
52 grams of sugar. Oh,
How much does Coke have in it?
holy shit. Oh my God. A lot. Close. I think they have like 48 in Coke. Let's see. I might be thinking of bottle versus can, though. Bottle of Coca-Cola sugar content. It's got, in a 20 ounce, a 65. So I was wrong. This is less than Coca-Cola. That's more sugar than I get on
I can't
a
really
day.
place the flavor of it, though.
It's like got a
You ever had like a bubblegum Faygo?
It is bubblegummy, but I've never had a bubblegum Faygo.
But not as bad as that, though.
It kind of smells like a Jones soda. Not the cotton candy flavor, the cream soda flavor kind of tastes like bubblegum.
It's like cream soda without the cream.
Good for. Oh man, it's probably good for a hangover because it's got so much sugar. That's like all it has.
Yeah.
Total fat 0, sodium 1% of your daily value. Total sugar.
It's just carbonated water,
grams.
sugar, citric acid.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what's not in this?
What's that?
High fructose corn syrup.
You're right. How do they get all that sugar in there? Oh, there's caffeine in this? I'm going to be up all night. Oh! It's growing on me even more.
I do see caffeine.
I like it.
There is no high fructose corn syrup in this.
You know what this was labeled as in Publix? Orange soda. They're not wrong. It's orange
And it's soda.
and it's soda.
Not orange
They had to make
flavored
it
soda.
healthier a few years back.
I wish they would do that here. Everything here
So
has high fructose corn syrup in it.
It was better a few years back. Genetically modified high fructose corn syrup.
Like, how do we take sugar and make it sweeter and worse for you?
Boil it down.
Just boil it down.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Lot. That is pretty good.
I bet it's really good out of a can, actually. I love soda out of a can.
That's,
over a bottle. Crisper. There you go. There you go. Get it out.
Ooh, that's good.
Now he's going to fall asleep. Holy crap.
Yeah, that was worth a try. Definitely.
Definitely worth the try. I got another one in the fridge. I'm definitely going to be revisiting that. It was better, but still good. Definitely better in a can. Much fizzier. Yeah, when I cracked it, I was surprised. It wasn't...
This
I
is
thought it
better.
got shipped out, you know?
This is better than Coca-Cola.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, I'm saying it.
Your FBI agent is going to deport you back to the UK. Say something like that. They catch you saying something like that.
I don't actually really know where like my roots lie.
Yeah, definitely over the ocean.
I'm a little German,
much.
I think.
You look a little German. You look like you got a little German in you.
I think I'm a little bit Polish.
Oof.
And
You're Polish, huh?
Some
So you're
English.
like a-
Definitely some English in there.
Right.
I'm definitely like probably 1/4 Irish because
Everybody's a little Irish,
my
man.
grandfather on my mom's side was like 100% Irish.
Really? I got a couple Irishmen in
My mom's maiden
my lineage.
My mom's maiden name is Murphy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got a couple O'Connells and stuff, I think, probably.
So, yeah, they changed it when they came over on the boat. They changed it from O Murphy to just Murphy.
Hmm.
Yeah. It used to be O Murphy.
Oh, Murphy.
O'Houlihan.
A lot of Irishmen everywhere.
So I got
A lot of Irish people.
Now that we've been blowing up a little bit, I'm trying to blow up so I can act like I don't know nobody.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now that we've been blowing up a little bit these past few weeks, you know, viewer numbers are getting into like the quintuple digits, you know, maybe even higher, sextuple digits.
We're talking 3, 4, 5 people. Oh my god. That was thunder like you wouldn't believe. I don't know if you could pick that up on the mic.
I think our sub count's sitting at about 21K right now.
Is
Kind
that
of
it?
rookie
I
numbers.
thought
We
it was a little
could
higher.
get those up, I think.
I thought it was a little higher, but yeah. okay.
Anyways, I got a couple of these. I printed them out. Their emails or
There you go.
their Twitter DMs. Questions from the fans. So this is a new segment.
Okay.
Questions from the fans. This one's for Zach.
It's weird. I didn't see this one come in. I must have missed it.
Yeah. This one's from Zach.
All right. What do you got?
This is Sarah from Ohio.
Sarah in Ohio. We love you.
Sarah says, how was the recovery on your procedure?
It was long. Touch and go there for a little bit. Actually, thanks for asking. I'm assuming you ask because you care. And
she's talking about, she's referring to the procedure where you had your pubic hair transplanted to your face.
yeah, I assume that's the only procedure I've had recently. So,
Thanks for the question, Sarah. That's a good one. I got another one. This is from Tony, from South Africa.
wow.
He said, what was it like being reintegrated into society after you were released from incarceration?
Oh, it was like, you ever seen that that scene from that movie where that guy is like super stoked?
When he says,
That's it.
after you got your first DUI in 4th grade, and then continued on into 5th grade after that, when you were 9 years old.
Yeah. Well, I don't think children should technically be allowed to be charged with a DUI because I wasn't allowed to be driving in the first place. So.
Well, they got you. They got you on the big stuff. I don't know how your lawyer got you off on driving at 9 years old, but
so
here's to him.
It was somewhere in between the Truman Show morning before he finds out that he's in a lie of a life simulation.
Yeah.
That morning where it's happy-go-lucky perfect, and the old guy from the Shawshank Redemption that can't cope with society outside of prison and kills himself.
Anyways, thank you, Tony. Good question.
Somewhere in between that.
Good questions here. All right, we're gonna keep them rolling. This one's from.
Oh, I got one. Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
I got one on the Twitter right here.
I got
this
two more after that.
This one's for Tim. It's from Paul from New York City, and he says, how does it feel to have a butt for a face?
Feels good, Paul. Feels good.
I think that was a little bit of a razz.
I think he was. Was he razzing me?
I think he was.
All right, this one's from Jack from Tennessee. Jack writes, "Dear Zach,
such an original name.
Cordially,
Jack.
There's some stuff in between. There's some stuff in between there, though. I'll get to that.
All right, what do we got?
What's it like having gray hair at 32? Do you think you'll die of heart disease by 44?
Well, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
Yes. We appreciate that one.
This is going to be the last one, I think. I'll get some more for next week, but this one's from...
I'm 33, Jack.
They can find that on Google. It's not that hard.
Yeah, just look at my Wikipedia.
This one is from... What does that say? Natasha from Moscow.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Hello.
She
Natasha.
says, what's it like being nerdy but not being into stuff that's actually cool?
Oh, Natasha. It feels good, I tell you. It feels...
She says, why don't you like the nerdy stuff that people actually like and that actually find interesting?
It's like I'm a nerd, not accepted even by nerds,
Yeah,
I'm just I think they call that well, there's a difference between a geek and a nerd, and I think I'm a loser, So...
Anyways, Natasha, thanks for the question.
You broke my heart.
Beautiful handwriting on this one, by the way.
Oh, that is very nice.
Yeah.
It's Soul Station.
And that is questions from the fans. Thank you very much. Give Zach a round of applause for answering all those very, very interesting questions he had.
That was pretty good. I didn't know I had so many fans out there that cared about me.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I can't drink the rest of this, man.
It's getting better as I go.
I'm literally going to be up until 4 a.m. just with the amount that I've drank.
So,
I'm highly sensitive to caffeine.
Good.
Wait.
If you,
Callum
O
says
just
the O just means
of.
E.G. The surname would be Neil. Oh,
James
yeah,
of the Neil
like,
family.
Like where they
Yeah,
say,
O. Murphy.
like,
Exactly.
right. Yeah. Like son of a gun. Son of a gun.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Son of a
gonna
gun. They're talking about implementing voting by mail for the November election.
I already do that. Simple.
Yeah, but how do you feel about it on a full scale?
Oh, I assume mine's tossed directly into the shredder, so nothing new.
Yeah. You think there's a better chance? You think there's a better chance of fudging the numbers, or do you think they just do that anyway?
I don't think there's a grand scale fudging of numbers. I think that, there's so many reasons not to count those.
They've already
vote by
proved that
mails.
these digital voting booth things can be hacked anyway, fairly easily.
anything that's digital can be hacked. But the voting by mail thing is they can disregard your ballot for so many reasons when you vote by mail, and people on average are not super into like details and stuff. So if they make mistakes, it's going to be rough. But I've been doing that since the last 2 elections. I've been voting by mail.
Have you?
Way easier.
So it's just
Yeah,
not counted. I mean,
Right. No, it's not counted.
I don't think they count any of
Sorry.
it. I don't understand like the delegates, and I understand it, but I don't understand why it's necessary.
Well, they don't want to let us elect somebody. And it would be horrible.
Well, they say
It'd
it's
be
like
just
they say it's
silly.
by like sway of population because there's so many people in California and so many people here, so many people there. that,
Right, but they get more delegates.
The
and
200 people that decide to vote in Wisconsin don't represent Wisconsin, basically.
The problem, yeah. No, I get that, but the problem with voting in general right now is we have such a low turnout that it's ridiculous anyway.
I feel like only
It's
only the zealots vote.
Yep. It's like I vote every year. Well, every 2 years, but I don't think anyone else does. I don't feel like anybody my age.
You're the
does,
only one.
For example,
I think.
I think I'm the only one going.
I think you're the only. Like the United States depends on your vote.
That's why I voted for Trump out of like a comedy type deal, and I think it was just me. They said
It was
we
only
got
you,
mail
and they
in.
said, "Oh, one mail-in."
Like he
And
wins.
you're like, "Damn it, what happened?"
Damn, I didn't mean to do that.
You just thought it'd be funny. You know what I mean?
All the way up until he won, I was like, "Oh, that would be hilarious! I can't wait to see the look on these people's faces."
I know. I was doing the
Because-
exact same thing.
And then he won, and I was like,
This is gonna be so
What?
funny.
"That was really crazy." Is it not easier to fudge up ballots as people counting them could accidentally put votes in wrong piles when counting them, as most aren't checked? Well, they're supposed to have like checks and balances and like people checking on the checkers. So like supposedly,
Yeah, but you slide a tenner into their hand, and all of a sudden the other candidate wins. Like,
yeah,
it
it's
literally takes like no money to sway these people. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. I think that these people, some of them, I think take it seriously.
Yeah, but I feel like human rights could be
The
bought
Patriots.
and sold for pennies on the dollar,
Oh, sure, yeah.
and it
But there's
happens
some-
every single day.
Like if I was counting votes, I don't think I could be bought for under $100. Honestly, that's saying a lot.
That's pretty noble. That's pretty noble, Zach.
I know. I'm a patriot.
Bring me an iron brew or an urn brew, and I'm
I'm
put
gone.
I'll put them wherever you want. I'll burn them if you want me to.
I'll put a monkey in the White House.
Yeah.
Oh wait. So voting by mail, yeah, I don't care. Yep, don't care. I do it. And
Why do we need this? And this is off the top. Why do we need
Not
this housing for the president and like? Why is it all so glorified?
symbolism.
Why don't they just live in their house and they just have like the Secret Service watch their house?
Well,
Most of these people live on acres and acres of land anyway. Like,
yeah, it's access. It's easier access to them. The White House itself is not. His residence is like a small part of the White House. It's like mostly other stuff. There's a whole press section.
well, I've seen the West Wing. I
there's-
mean, come on.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. I didn't know if you were into like the actual facts.
No.
So yeah, like on
I've
the
seen
West
the
Wing
show
when
The
they're,
West
like,
Wing.
chilling.
So
Did you watch that entire series?
no.
Did you
seen
watch
it.
like a good portion of it? It was pretty good.
I don't
It
remember
got
any
good.
of it, but I've seen a decent chunk of it.
But no, I think it's more of a symbol thing because when we were really little, really young, new country and all, we had to have some sort of institutions that showed our legitimacy. So there had to be like, instead of a palace, it was the White House because it's just a plain White House, I think.
Yeah, but like, so how do you feel? Are you a student of American history, or you just like history? You just like war and history in general?
Oh, I'm history in general, but American history I like a lot.
Are we as
tend to like it a
badass
lot.
as we seem in our history books?
Yes and no. I mean, we're pretty badass.
I mean, I know we were horrible people, but
Yeah,
like as far as like
Really-
fighting the power goes and like rebelling against the crown, and are we really that badass?
I mean, everybody was doing it. We
Or did
kicked
we
off
just get
right
far
around the
enough
same time.
away that we were like,
Yeah.
they were like, I can't be fucked. I can't do it anymore.
No, and we had a lot of help from the people who kicked it off, which was France. We wouldn't have won without their help. I mean, that's almost a for sure. And they wanted to do it because they were in a little skirmish with the old British crown, like they always are.
Didn't we fight
for
didn't we
hundreds of
fight
years.
the French though?
We have,
Like 1812? Did we fight the French?
yeah, in 1812 we were fighting the British.
Again.
We were, and also, they had some allies. But yeah, it was.
Or did France help us in the War of 1812?
They helped us in 1812 as well. So it was like.
Dude, imagine the resources it took to get someone across the Atlantic Ocean just to fight.
Yeah, it would be crazy, right?
Like, hey, these newfound Americans need our help. Let's send people across the entire ocean to fight.
Yeah, the logistics of it certainly didn't help the British.
The
with
British
fighting
should
us,
have
but
just been like, oh, they're gone.
They were so locked in, though. Like, we were British. The people fighting weren't. It's not like everybody on this side of the Atlantic Ocean was just like, okay, we're fighting. There was a lot of people that stayed loyal to the crown. So
After
It's
coming
pretty
over here,
impressive.
why would they do this exodus and then still stay loyal?
I mean, we were British colonies, They were all British. They came here. Everything was, the crown gave them lands. So everything that they had
So the
pretty
colonies
much was owed
Because I thought we
to
were
the
like,
crown.
I thought it was like an exodus.
No, that was just the Puritans. Puritans just left because England was too nasty for them. And they came here to just pure it up. And
We're
then,
pretty disgusting now, though. I mean,
right, but back then it was a religious thing. And what it was is they were like, hey, Puritans, you are calling us nasty too much. We don't like it. So join the Church of England or suffer the wrath. And then the Puritans were like, we're going on a trip then. And then they came to America and they're like, we're going to have religious freedom in America so we can practice our Puritanism. And then everybody was like, religious freedom, rock on. And they came over and then they were like, by the way, we don't like you anymore, England. And then they were like, okay, let's fight about it. And then France was like, we also don't like you, England, and we never have. We're going to help them. And that's how we won. Easy.
The separation of church and state, or the fallacy of said words, is that in the original Constitution?
Yeah. I can't quote it, but I'm sure.
What a farce.
Is. Well,
we've never had a non-Christian president, first of all.
Wait, no, that's not what it's all about, because we're not going to elect a Muslim or something. We're not that open-minded.
What about an atheist?
We're definitely not that. We'd rather, dude, most of these Christians would rather elect a Muslim than an atheist. I'll tell you that much.
What about a gay, black, atheist woman?
Nobody likes England. Moral of the story still applies now. That's pretty much what everyone was saying back then.
I mean, aren't we
crazy?
Aren't we the England now, though?
We are, in fact, the England now. Yes.
I feel like we are. Like, I'm not like a history buff, and I'm not into world views and world economics or world, politics or anything. But I feel like all these things that people were saying about England back then, that's kind of us now.
Yeah, we hide it under humanitarianism, though.
Yeah, but come on, like.
Yeah.
McDonald's is everywhere. Like.
No, that's yeah.
That's corporate, I know, though. But I mean, like, we interfere in a lot of the world, and I feel like we are the England.
No, definitely, we do have the air about us. But no, I think the problem was England was just very non-apologetic. They just like during the colonization era, they just went everywhere they could and were like, oh, by the way, you have to swear fealty to the crown and we rule you guys and all this stuff. We go in and we're like, here's a bunch of sweet stuff, here's a bunch of money, and by the way, you owe us literally your life, and we just control it through like import-export type deal and stuff like that. It's we don't try to impose our Americanism on them, just our democracy and our lust for oil.
But
so,
I mean, missionaries go and build Christian churches in third world countries, so
yeah,
are we not imposing that on them?
Yeah, but it's not state sponsored, supposedly.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we still do it.
Oh, sure. No, that's different than the separation of church and state, but
of course it is. I wasn't really referring to that anymore. I was referring to us being England.
No, but I'm trying to relate it back. I think the problem is we are just a bunch of jerks,
Yeah.
As the Canadians would say. I think they say that, probably.
How about they would say sorry afterwards?
Yeah, they would say sorry. No, definitely, we got that air about us. Like, nobody liked England taking over everything, and we go in everywhere, and we just rally the troops,
We are the infidels.
We are the infidels, according to a lot of people.
So are we the bad guys?
Well, it's tough to say. We do a lot of good stuff, though. And, going back to your original question of are we as badass as we think, we spend the most on the military. Our military spending budget, like, blows everyone out of the water tenfold.
I know, it's crazy, man.
Don't quote me on that, but it's close. It's, like, insane. And ever since World War II, we've been... Even Eisenhower said, beware of the military industrialization of America, like the military machine. And he was a general. And it's insane now. It's really, really nuts.
I mean, we're like everywhere.
No, we're as badass as we say now, for sure.
Yeah, but we're everywhere, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we have military bases just about everywhere in the world. Like, we're We are
No,
ingrained.
it's strategically designed. I think we can scramble jets and strike anywhere in the world within like half hour. Easy. I don't see any problem with that. With stating that we have
But do you
bases
see a
everywhere.
problem with that? That's the question.
Well, I mean, if we want to control the world, then that's
Should
what we got to do.
should we be imposing that much?
What's the alternative? Not imposing
Not
that much.
imposing that much.
I mean, the thing is, every country that we're in is allowing us to be there.
And what happens when
You
they
know?
don't?
Well, if they don't, then there's, we're gonna have a problem with that. No, I think it's
It's like,
it's
yeah, man,
it's
you can stay on.
globalization.
It's like, yeah, man, you can stay on my couch for a couple months, and then the guy
50 years later,
is bottling your water out of the sink, and he's
right,
selling it
and
on the
selling
street.
it. No, I think we are a little too big for our britches, but that's what we have to do to control the stuff that we've put out there at this time. We'd have to completely change everything if we wanted to reduce anything.
So you know a lot more about this stuff than I do, and I'd rather just ask you than Google it because it's more interesting, and I like the way you explain it.
Just
I'm
ramble
dumb.
on for 20 minutes.
What's
do you
the
got?
point of the UN?
The UN is a bunch of countries that get together and agree that they're not going to attack each other, and that if anybody attacks one of them,
So the United
they're going to
Nations isn't
sternly talk to them.
the United Nations isn't a worldwide entity.
No, not you have to apply to join the UN, and you have to be accepted into the
So
UN.
who's
by
like
the
not
UN
part of the
members.
UN?
North Korea.
Is that it? Is
let's
Russia
see,
part
list
of the UN?
members. Yeah. Oh no! Wait. Yeah, they are.
So the UN, what you're telling me is the UN is a giant version of the Axis powers.
Yes and no. So basically, yeah, Russia is. I thought they were. I said yes real quick, and then I thought, wait a second, are they? They definitely are. Though. So yeah, the UN after.
I feel real
World
quick
War
though. I
II.
feel like the entire country of Russia is just like a really cold Florida.
It seems like it is.
It seems pretty awesome.
It's really weird because part of me feels like that's true, and then part of me feels like 5, 6, 7 decades of American propaganda to make us think that Russia is so bad has worked, and now it's just ingrained in our society to think Russia is a backwards country. Now, do they have a bunch of human rights atrocities? Yes, that's undisputed, but I feel like they're not as bad as we think. But I don't know. The whole Soviet thing kind of got them a bad rap.
Yeah.
So what happened was after World War One, right? They came up with this thing, the League of Nations, that said basically.
Oh, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen with Sean Connery.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were formed. They hired Sean Connery to tell Germany to stop mucking about. They said, quit
They said
invading everyone.
I keep saying it because I love the term, and just Callum being in here reminds me. I can't be fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like,
They said we can't be fucked.
Connery,
with
go
Germany.
tell him I can't be fucked.
Yeah.
Deal with this.
And they said, okay, Germany, you have to reduce your military to basically nothing. You can't have like military people by this river and or on one side of a river. And then they also said, by the way, you owe us like a bunch of fucking money. And
What?
Germany was like,
What,
yeah,
for reparations
because-
or something?
yeah, for starting World War One.
This is after.
So-
okay, this is after World War One. So we're asking for
After World War One.
we're asking for semi-worldwide reparations.
We said, you owe us so much fucking money because you're little piss ants doing all sorts of weird shit trying to fucking take over. And then Germany.
Who calculates
was like,
the cost of that?
They
just got a guy. They just got a guy in the corner with a visor and ticker tape going.
Yeah,
Germany owes us quite a bit. Yeah. I'll tell you in a second. Let me run the numbers on that. Or do they just come up with a number out of nowhere? They're like, $30 million you owe us. Man. Okay. Cool.
The number was so big it crippled the German economy, so much so that by the Great Depression in America, of course, that reverberated across the world, and Germany was just like, get fucked. We're not paying you all this money. We're building up our military. We're doing all this shit. And then this dude came along and he was like, I would like to run this country. And then he invaded everybody. And then all of a sudden they were like, the League of Nations didn't work that well, so let's do something else.
And that dude's name
the United Nations
was Sean
Obama.
Connery.
Zernar says the Japanese probably calculated it. Well, they probably did. Actually.
Okay, so that guy's name, I know his name. Let me think. Hold on, don't tell me because I'm good at this kind of stuff usually.
Wait, what guy's name?
The guy that wanted to run the country and just say fuck all of it. He had a silly little mustache.
He did. Yeah. And he didn't even really want to run the country at first. He was just pissed.
He looked a lot like Charlie Chaplin.
He got Barry Dubs? ? From chat. He got gassed in the end of World War I. He was super TO'd. And he was like, I don't like it. You know?
I heard he was a really good speaker.
Yeah.
How can he get all these people to believe the things that he got them to believe?
Well, I don't like when people draw parallels between Donald Trump and old H.I. Hitler. That's what his friends called him. But he just was like, look how poor you are, you losers. Let's do something about it. And they were like, yeah.
Now wasn't Hitler actually involved in like the upper echelon of the German government before that?
Before he took absolute power, but before that,
wasn't he was lying in wait to like pounce?
Yeah, no. What happened was he first he was just hanging out in the bar, and he heard some dudes talking about how they didn't like shit, and he was like, "Hey, I don't like that shit either." And at first they were like, "This guy's crazy. This guy's a little loser." And then he got all riled up, and they were like, "Hey, we like this guy." Then he was like, okay, we're going to take over by force.
He wasn't even upset. It's just the language.
Right.
He was like, hey, he was just ordering another beer, dude.
Right. And the people are like, let's go.
And they were like, yeah.
Bro. No, but he just participated in like this coup by violence that completely got smashed. They're just like, shut it down immediately. They're in the streets. He gets arrested. A bunch of people get arrested. He gets sent to prison. And in prison, he rallies the troops. He's got this guy already that's obsessed with him and hangs out with him all the time, becomes like his right-hand man. And he just gets all heated, zooted and booted up in prison. By the time he comes out, the whole atmosphere of the country has changed, and he becomes a forerunner in a political party that ends up getting more seats than they really should have. And then all of a sudden he gets elected as the chancellor. And after he gets elected as a chancellor, he directs a bunch of his cronies to go light up like the Congress at the time. And he blazes it up, and he's like, these freaking commies are lighting this stuff on fire, so you need to give me absolute power because otherwise they'll win. And everyone's like, yeah, that seems like a cool idea. So he becomes a dictator at that point. And then he's like, oh, and by the way, I was planning on invading Poland, and I thought I told you guys. And they're like, and then he just invaded Poland. And then before that, Great Britain and France were like, if you invade Poland, we're coming over there. And then he invaded Poland, they're like, ah.
He
That's
called our bluff.
That's it. Yeah. And America was like, we ain't getting involved. And the Japanese were like, yes, the fuck you are.
Yeah, why did they
That's
bomb
World
Pearl
War II
Harbor?
history.
Will?
they thought they could take out the entire American fleet in one foul swoop.
They thought it was just
it one?
Pearl Harbor? Did they not
It's-
do their research?
Well, actually, they probably would have all been there, but they happened to be like half of them weren't there. Not even half, less than half weren't there. But I said foul swoop. I think it's pretty much fell swoop. Is it fell swoop?
It's a fell swoop.
Why would it be foul swoop?
What's that expression come from?
Fell here is an adjective meaning fierce, savage, cruel, or ruthless. Huh. All right. Anyway, enough about World War II history. You'll get me started up. Don't get me started up on that.
All right. That was cool though. History lesson with Zach. I like it.
Don't
How do
get
you?
me booted
Okay,
up.
so how much have you heard? Let's change gears here. We're changing gears. We were going in reverse. Hold on, let me. Checking out the past. Now we're gonna.
Yeah, it was bad intel. Zernar. Bad intel.
Now we're gonna take it. We're gonna go to the future.
Okay. Back to the future already?
How do you feel about this open AI thing with Microsoft and the supercomputer? Is this
it's
Skynet?
It's worse. It's much worse, Tim. I'll tell you.
I know you love your dystopian science fiction.
Listen, Skynet was a walk in the park compared to what we're facing here. Once AI becomes sentient and decides that we're no longer useful, it's going to be more like the Borg. I don't think I have to explain what that means to you. Skynet was nothing compared to the Borg. Okay,
So
that's what I think about that.
the thing
I
is,
think it's a long way off, though. I think we're, I know. Come on. Do I know about? Come on. I know all about Robert the Bruce. Do you know about freedom?
Here's the problem, right?
I've seen it just like everyone else.
Here's the solution to the problem.
I've seen Braveheart like 3 times.
Here's the solution to the problem, right?
Okay, what do we got?
If we create artificial intelligence, I mean, we already have, but
Right.
can we not limit what it can do because we made it?
No. Right? Because
Only give it access to learn from what we choose it to learn.
right. No, we can't do that. We aren't too keen on Brave. By the way, I know Robert the Bruce and Braveheart are different for the most part. It's around the same time, but anyway, it's a good movie because Mel Gibson is an absolute.
Oh, Braveheart, is that the one where the guy wakes up and the horse's head is in his bed?
Yeah, that's the one. It's
got Brando in it, right? Brando's in
sent
it.
a message. It's pretty easy to limit the issue as we trust AI too much after using it for years. The problem is Alexa comes out and everyone's like, Alexa, we love you. Do things, play music.
Yeah, but Alexa's not artificial intelligence.
William Wallace, I couldn't think of the name. Alexa is
a programmed voice
to
run a search engine. It bings stuff for you. That's all it does.
No, but it's Alexa launched the nukes.
Don't say
it's
that.
Not,
I got one here. Careful.
I unplugged I have an Alexa at the office. I unplugged it because we were talking one day and it was like searching for. And I was like, what the fuck? We didn't say your name, Alexa. No, it just shows how easy it creeps into our lives, though. I mean, Zernar is right. The issue is that it's like we could limit it, maybe, but we won't. It'll be inconvenient at a certain point to limit its power.
So for the sake of convenience, we hand over the keys and we say, "Here you go, you drive."
Of course.
My child creation.
We already have. We've already said we would rather watch YouTube than drive. So let's make a car that can drive for us.
Yeah, but that is very different. A Tesla is driving using sensors around it and GPS. It's not learning.
No, but
it
it
still
is
needs
learning.
firmware upgrades. It still needs patches, which we are sending down as human beings.
In a way. Yeah, but I know there's a big jump from like true AI and
to sentience.
Like a Tesla. Yeah, it's a big jump for sure, but I don't even think we need to reach true sentient AI to be worried about it. If you look at all the
that's why
big
the laws of
names,
robotics fall into place, and we'll be fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Those have always worked. The laws of robotics have always worked before, so they'll work.
You're trying to get me fired up, aren't you? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
You're trying to get me fired up? Nah, I think we'll think of something.
So, Elon Musk, his name comes up everywhere. He's got a freaking kid named X-Ash Archangel.
Archangel Gabriel.
He's behind... Well, he's a big funder, I believe, of this OpenAI thing with Microsoft and everything else.
He's also terrified of it, I think.
Is Elon Musk a supervillain? He looks like one. He sounds like one. He's got the money to be one. Yeah. Is Elon Musk real life Lex Luthor? Well, or is Elon Musk real life Tony Stark?
No, I don't think he's Tony Stark. I think he's more caring than Tony Stark, honestly. But
I mean, Tony Stark's a conceited asshole, first of all.
But right, I think that Elon Musk gets too much credit, and he couldn't be a supervillain. I think he's just a dude playing a dude that's trying to make cool shit, you know?
I mean, but his name is Elon Musk.
Yeah, you're right. He's evil. He's definitely evil. I would really like to think that he and like all the top names are just running a secret organization.
I don't feel like he would be part of that organization.
Think he's solo?
I think he's riding solo. I think there's all these Bohemian Grove, Skull and Bones, the rich and powerful, Roth and all that stuff.
The Rothschilds. Yeah, sure.
The Rothschilds. I'm thinking of Roth IRA. I don't know. The Rothschilds. I think all that's separate from Musk.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
I don't think they're this Legion of Doom entity.
I think he gets too much credit for being like a outlier. I don't think he's that much of an outlier as he would hope us to believe, personally. But I don't know. I might be wrong. He's got some wild ideas. They might kick him out of a party, Starts talking about a Hyperloop, and they're like, shut up, Elon. Get out of here. You've gone full Alex Jones.
I am the Alex Jones of the left. Okay?
The lizard people of the left.
This is my job. No, but for real. I'm left leaning, but I'm not like some,
Actually, you're leaning a little bit to the right now, buddy.
Yeah.
Wait, your right, my left? I don't know.
Yeah,
which way are we going here?
See, Zernar's got it. The problem is not the chemtrails turning the frogs gay. It's that we're trying to stop the chemtrails from turning the frogs gay. We need more gay frogs in the world.
We do. The frogs are just running amok, doing whatever they please, breeding. We need to cut it out.
Filthy
breeders. Right now.
Let me get real in depth on you.
Okay, what do we got? Deeper than Bohemian Grove?
Did Ronald Reagan invent
What?
AIDS?
No.
I'm just
way.
kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
He had people do it for him, man.
Yeah, I know, but like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I don't know. It would be. Listen, there's a lot of cases where the U.S. Army and government and other entities tested biological weapons on unsuspecting U.S. citizens.
Is there now?
Oh yeah, documented.
Is this from their declassified files that they declassified and omitted things from first?
They declassified, redacted, phylacted, and
Phylactery.
shellacked it. They shellacked it. So yeah, like there's a couple like in Tuscaloosa, I think Tuscaloosa, Tuscaloosa, some Indian name in Alabama. They did a lot of stuff to like some African Americans back in the 40s or 30s or something. Screwed up a bunch of people. They released a bunch of toxic gas or not toxic, a bunch of biological stuff into the Bronx subway system to track how far it could spread. They released stuff in like Arizona and California, San Francisco, and people ended up getting urinary tract infections, stuff like that.
Damn.
So
Life-threatening.
Did they invent AIDS and inject it into the gay and African American populations in the 1980s? No, probably not. They're not that cool.
Okay.
That's all the conspiracy theories. That's what I think about them, you know? They're not that good. Keep a cover up of that kind of level.
It's got to
for
go
that
deeper than that. It's got to go deeper.
long? That's like aliens. Like, have we been contacted with by aliens? I don't think so, because everybody would have to keep their mouth shut.
Oh yeah, we are the guinea pigs of America.
Yeah, they're still injecting it. Actually, I got my shot the other day. Did you go get yours? The random. We get paid $100 every month to just go get a random shot. They don't tell us what's in it.
Really?
Oh, you don't get yours?
I need to go cash in on that.
All Floridians are there. It's open to all Floridians. That's why that's how Florida.
I mean, we are the guinea
created.
pig of America. They're like, New York shutting down, LA shutting down. Let's wait. Let's wait.
Let's wait. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what's gonna happen in Florida first.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's bad. All right, shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down. Florida's gone crazy.
Okay, we're good. We're good. A couple weeks later, they recommended more time. It's okay. It's been a couple weeks. Everybody's starting to forget about it.
Up.
Let's open it up. Florida first, though.
People are sick.
Florida first,
Yeah.
though. We're going to see what happens there. If they come out and everything's fine, we're good. We'll start opening stuff up everywhere else. But if they come out and this shit gets worse, we're locking it down double time.
Double time. If Florida blows up, we're locking it down.
Worst comes to worst, we take a giant scale jackhammer and just beat the border right off and just push them out into the ocean.
They've done it before. They'll do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Yeah. They'll just build a border on. They'll just build a wall on our border. Just be like, no, you're part of Mexico now.
You see how fast that border goes up. What do we got here? Oh, here we go. I wanted to show this to our loyal fans. We were talking about how crazy Florida is last time, and this is proof right
You
here.
can share your screen. I got you on full screen.
Okay.
You got to keep me on here though, so I'm in the corner because I got to stay. I'm the star.
How do I say okay to this? What is this? Oh, sure.
I'm the star of the show.
This is an actual photo.
How did you get a picture from my bedroom?
My buddy sent me. Now this is Chase's bed.
I've held that alligator before. I've held that alligator when he was a wee lad.
Dude, he's getting big, isn't he? Look at him.
Yeah, he's big. He's so chill. He's watching King of the Hill.
Yeah, he likes King of the Hill apparently. This is an actual photo.
He really appreciates the satire of regular American living. He loves King of the Hill.
Yeah, loves he loves the down to earth, salt of the earth type humor. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an actual photo. He sent me this and he said, "Look how big he's getting." And to which I replied, "Oh, what the fuck, bro?"
To which I replied, "Why is that thing in your bed?"
Yeah, he lets it in his bed. It doesn't bite him.
I know, it doesn't bite him. Didn't bite me. I held it when it was a baby.
I know.
Didn't bite me.
Crazy, man. He's got it trained. That's Florida for you, baby.
Let's get him watching some Steve Irwin. Yeah, no, he'll get pissed off. Like, what is he doing?
You don't want to make him angry. He's a nice skater until you make him angry.
Until you piss him off.
Then he becomes a gator, a real life gator.
So, speaking of Elon Musk, actually, there's some things going on. Okay, some moving parts. They may not be related. They may be. I'm pretty sure they're related. By the way, they're all cogs in the machine, and the machine is actually a projector, projecting the grand movie that is the illusion of what they want us to see. Think about that for a minute.
Looking at you? No, I'm looking at Joker.
What
are you saying to me, man?
The head of NASA resigned.
Oh, yeah.
This UFO thing came out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it?
SpaceX is prepping a new launch.
They're going to definitely have people on it, right? That's what they said?
And all of these things are happening at the same time.
2020 is,
they're like, oh, there's a UFO, and then the head of NASA is like, I cannot deal with this shit, and he resigns. And then Elon's like, let's go talk to him. Let's go see what's up.
Maybe he resigned because his lizard counterpart is ready to assume control. Is
Elon Musk one of the lizards, or is he the anti-lizard?
I think he would be the king lizard.
Is he like, he could be like secretly like a hawk person. And he was sent from the alternate dimension to combat the lizards.
Is that what an anti-lizard would be, a hawk? I think it would be like
an owl.
Some sort of, an owl, okay. But that's there's like some conspiracy theorists, like some secret society
some
owl
kind of bird,
mythology, right?
No, I think that's like a DC thing. I think it's like a Batman thing.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Maybe.
Could be real.
Which
Batman is based on real life. That's why there's no superheroes in Batman. But
that's true. Yeah, I guess it would be a bird or a cat. Cats eat lizards.
Let me see.
My dog eats a lot of lizards. What's a primary predator for lizards? Can we get that spammed in the chat?
What is the primary predator for lizards? Lizards are popular prey for many types of predators, from birds of prey to snakes and carnivorous mammals.
Oh, okay. So it could be a number of things. Yeah, but we're talking like big lizards, like the Komodo dragon. Nothing eats a Komodo dragon, right?
What is the primary predator of the Komodo dragon?
Nothing.
Humans.
Comes up blank. We don't eat them, do we? I bet we do.
This says Varanus komodiensis. Komodo dragon.
Makes sense. Oh, okay.
Diet, carnivore. Prey, pigs, deer, water buffalo. Predators, humans.
Yeah, I guess once you reach like apex predator in actual nature, you're only eaten by humans.
I mean, we are the apex predator and the most dangerous.
Right. That's right. definitely are. Why can't I find a nice clicky link to go find a nice picture of a Komodo dragon attacking a water buffalo? That's all I want.
Komodo dragon attacking water.
King lizard. I'm telling you, a dragon far superior and appears majestic and cool, but in reality, he's still a lizard at heart.
I don't know.
I think so. He is the king lizard person.
Oh,
people.
this is a real one here. I found it pretty good. Let me see. Let me make sure this picture is okay.
I don't see it.
Hold on, I gotta monitor it first.
Gotta censor it. Gotta properly censor it.
This definitely looks legit, though. This is a legit picture right here. Two Komodos attacking a water buffalo.
Oh, these Komodos, they look pretty dangerous, man.
Yeah.
They look serious. That super cool. So these things look super dangerous. Like, look at that one. Ooh.
Oh
Looks
no!
like
Hold on.
Rip your throat out.
Oh no!
Yeah. It's got a big tail on that one there.
That's it's terrifying.
It's pretty bad. I don't know if that's
I'd just like to give myself a pat on the back for the production quality of this stream that
it's a 100.
we've
for sure.
improved it tenfold since last week.
Oh, Randy Orton is an apex predator. Look at him.
RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's he's a beast. That's for sure. You think, he's probably pretty well off in the money area. You think he could afford a little more in the pants department, that guy there. Or is that his power move? That's a power move, I guess.
Yeah, you just walk around in underwear all the time.
That way people know what you're working with.
Yeah.
They know what to expect.
They have to look.
Gotta look.
And you walk up to them when they're like sitting in low chairs, and you just kind of like stick your package in their face, and you're like, "I'm here."
I had a manager one time at a restaurant that I worked at, and it was a pretty laid back restaurant. I was in the kitchen, and he was a kitchen manager or whatever. It wasn't like a corporate gig or anything, and he took to wearing basketball shorts like all the time, right?
In the kitchen?
In the kitchen, anywhere. It wasn't that out of ordinary. We wore whatever we wanted. But he was wearing basketball shorts all the time. And I noticed that, for lack of a better term, he was packing heat, right? So
he was carrying a gun.
This guy, he was actually carrying it. Turns out he was carrying a pistol. It was bad. No, and so like a month goes by, I think. Felt like forever. It might have been a week. I don't know. And he said, "Yeah, I got to go in for surgery. I'm not going to be here for a couple days." And I'm like, "Surgery for what?" And he's like, "Oh, my kid kicked me in the gonads, and there's like a contusion and they're swollen." And he's like, "You haven't noticed? They're like the size of basketballs at this point." And I'm like, "Bro, I thought you were just packing heat. I didn't know that was going on." And it turns out they were literally.
I thought you just had your concealed carry permit.
His testicles are the size of like a large grapefruit, dude. Anyway, I thought that was something. I told him he shouldn't have told anybody that. He should have just kept it on
Yeah.
the low, you know?
It's like, yeah, I gotta go get a penis reduction surgery.
Right,
This
exactly.
thing is way too big.
It's out of control.
Can't do
really.
anything with it. I'm knocking shit over.
He was. I don't know how he went on that long, man. It was noticeable. Let's put
Probably
it that
hurt too, man.
way. Oh God, I could only imagine, right?
What if
He had to get
what if the
surgery?
side of your engorged ball just like dips into the fryer a little bit on accident?
Oh God. Oh, it's so hot. Okay. So hot. Yeah, I thought that was good story time, you know.
Yeah, good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So
The restaurant
else do we
industry,
got?
huh?
the old restaurant
I've
industry.
been there, done that.
Providing us with hours of entertainment.
I worked with a few crazy guys, man. Crazy guys.
They're all so crazy. How do they get so crazy in the restaurant industry?
That shit drives you nuts. Tickets to the floor. Just, you're like, I can't do it anymore. I gotta cope somehow. I gotta release my soul into the ether and just become one with the universe and come back, see what comes back.
Yeah, I guess so. You gotta drink a lot of alcohol on the way there.
I wasn't there, but this guy that smoked crack, when I worked at Catfish.
As they often do.
I worked at Catfish, and this guy, he died there.
Oh my God.
And they resuscitated him. And
oh my God.
this guy, like, he just wouldn't die, dude. He died there. He had a heart attack right there. They resuscitated him, brought him back.
Wait, did he finish his shift?
Probably. This guy, probably.
He had tickets to the floor. He has a quick heart attack, so he can get a 5-minute break.
Walks out. They
Goes
wheel
right
him.
back
They
out.
wheel him out in the stretcher. He hands the guys a $5. There's no
Right.
there's no ambulance outside. Just a couple guys in paramedic shirts. It's freaking Joe Exotic. Hands the guy a $5. They drive off. He lights up a cig, smokes it, and walks back in.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man, it was wild. And Catfish was wild, man.
Oh,
Fun
I bet.
stuff.
That place is
Fun,
like an
slamming.
institution, you know?
3-hour waits at the end of the night. Like,
Yo, I've gone there and waited. We went there with Amber's grandma one time, and she, for some reason, she really wanted to go there. Somebody in the family really
everybody
wanted to go
loved,
there.
dude. If you're
And
over like
we waited-
42, you love that place, bro.
We
Love
waited in hours, bro. We were there for like 2 hours waiting.
Yeah.
And we sat down and like, I mean, yeah, some of the stuff is good, but you got that buffet with all that stuff and the little cinnamon rolls and stuff, but
Dude, you know what they
it's
did?
not worth it.
You know what they did
It's
during
not
the
worth it.
pandemic, during the stay-at-home order?
Oh, what?
They took out the salad bar.
Hey, what's the point? There's no point to go there.
I know. The salad bar was awesome.
It's literally the only
They had
reason.
such a good setup salad bar. The bowls that the stuff was in was like icy cold.
Yeah.
You go,
I
I'd
mean-
get a little lettuce, some pepperonis, some of those. They had little potato sticks on there, some cheese,
That
little
was
ranch,
pretty
little
good, right?
balsamic. Oh yeah,
How often did you guys change that out? Was it like it's like a constant thing, right?
that's someone's job.
Yeah, of course.
There's one
It's like
person
constant.
that works
Salad bar.
the salad bar.
You're working salad bar tonight.
They
you're
literally,
like,
their job is all night to make sure that the salad bar looks good.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
fresh. Everything's rotated all night long.
Are you scheduled for salad bar, or do they hire
You're
somebody
scheduled for
specifically
salad
for? Yeah. So do you look?
It's an expediter.
Did you look
It's
at
an
it?
expediter position.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So
So
they
did
have-
you
they have
hate
pe-
it or like it?
I didn't work the salad bar. I was a kitchen worker, dude. Do I look like front of house to you?
Oh, you consider expediter front of house? I guess if they're salad bar,
The food
it would be
runners.
front of house. Yeah.
The
I don't know. I've
expediters
worked in-
are the kitchen side of the front of house. So Aunt Catfish has a very flowy flowchart sort of system. You go way back to the back. There's a dishwasher. Two people work that. 2 dishwashers when it's busy.
Right.
Talking about a busy
Yeah.
shift here. 2 dishwashers. 1 baker. Constantly
A
baking
baker. Buns. Cinnamon buns
cinnamon
all day.
rolls and cornbread.
Oh,
And they're
cornbread,
also in
right.
charge of the kettle that cooks the beans and the stewed apples.
That's the guy who had a heart attack, right?
No. The guy who had a heart attack. So
Was on bacon duty.
there's so much seafood, fried seafood that goes out there.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It's the
about fried
position of
seafood.
2 people. There's a position.
Just to fry seafood.
There's a position called seafood.
Yeah.
All you do is bread, fried food,
Oh my god.
and send it down to the fryer.
Yo, the Aunt Catfish Illuminati are gonna come after you after this, bro.
That's what I
feel like
did.
I'm-
I was a fryer.
I feel
Okay.
like I'm getting the back. Oh my god! So you came home reeking.
So the fryer works 4 fryers
Right.
at a time.
Yeah. Well,
They send you
gotta fry
down.
stuff.
They send you down on these little slanted trays in, just what are those things called?
Hotel pan.
No, they're just like paper bucket things. Not buckets, but
Okay.
basket things.
All right.
They send you down those, whatever. You got to order scallops, order shrimp, this, that.
Oh, they got the stuff in it.
You're taking the basket. You're hanging it over the middle where you have like a big old pan, like a full pan.
Right.
You throw the thing in there so the extra dusties come out and go into the pan, so you're not throwing them in the fryer.
Right. Yeah.
You drop it.
Keeps
You
it
do the
clean.
next thing. You drop it. You do the next thing. You drop it. When they're done, you're pulling them up. You're letting them sit for a little bit. You're tapping on the handle of that thing, ding 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 ding, trying to get some of that
Mhm.
extra grease off. Put it back into the thing.
Not too much, though. Not too much.
Put it back in the thing, and you send it to the middle.
Then they plate it, and then the
So-
expediter wipes off the plate.
And then there's 2 people working the grill.
Right.
So all of this stuff funnels from the wall to the middle, and there's 2 middlemen, and this is on a busy night, obviously.
It's like a Royal Rumble.
They take it, they plate it, they put the fries on there, they do everything, they send it through. Expediters get the sauces, the lemons, the cinnamon rolls, the hush puppies. Oh, that was part of the fryer's job too. Take an ice cream scoop with hush puppy mix out of the walk-in,
Hello.
and you scoop it, and you click it off, and you gotta swing it away from you while you're doing it, and you gotta do it real low, close to the fryer.
Of
You
course.
swing it away, it won't spray back on you.
Oof.
You're doing it with an ice
Love
cream
those
scoop,
hush
dude.
puppies, man. I love those hush puppies. Ice cream scoop is good. We make, when we make cookies in this house, that's how we plop them onto the pan. Ice cream scoop.
Okay, so
all
then the
day.
middlemen plate it, the expediters get the sauce, they food run, and the servers come and get it. There's managers on both sides. There's managers in the front of the house. There's bartenders, there's hostesses, there's...
The managers are just constantly like,
Yeah. The kitchen manager that we had, we called him Mr. Clean. Because at the end of his shift, spotless. The rest of us, like, soaked in grease and,
yeah.
like, just flour and, like, everything else. We're, like, spraying off our shoes at the end of the night
Oh,
with, like,
yeah.
a hard hose.
Of course. You got to spray the floor, spray your shoes.
And,
So is that place like, it's pretty much, it's run by like high schoolers and youngins, right?
No.
Pretty much. Not
No.
run by them, but all the people working there?
No.
No?
I worked with everybody, almost, like, the bussers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the people that worked with
Yeah.
me in the kitchen were, like, older dudes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that was like a high school hangout type job. You get there.
If you're bussing, yeah, and then you become a server later.
Oh, okay.
But they're like they're holier than thou. That's the front of house staff, man. They're like
They always
They're
are.
they're the rock stars.
What
you know
about
I mean?
that movie? Of course, you've seen it by this point. Waiting. You know that movie?
Of course.
How accurate is that movie? It's a good movie, right?
I've
It
never
catches-
worked at like an Applebee's or like a chain joint like that, but it's pretty much spot on.
It catches the feeling so well.
It does, because everybody blames everybody else for everything.
Yeah, I know. It's like if you've worked in the industry and you see that movie, sure, there's some differences, but like the feel of it.
Some restaurant could
is
be
point
exactly
on.
like that, though. That could be based exactly word
I
for word
worked-
on a real
Yeah.
restaurant.
Listen, I worked at TGI Fridays, and
Very similar to the
as-
restaurant in that movie.
as a host for a long spat, and for me, a long spat is like a couple months. Back in the day, I used to work a lot of jobs, but and it was pretty crazy. But then I worked at Applebee's sometime
Now,
later.
was this in between your third and fourth DUIs or your fourth and fifth DUIs?
This was actually after the first, so I must have been about 11 years old. No, but it was in between DUIs, yes. So Applebee's is crazy, and I worked at Hooligans too. And I got the job at Applebee's, and I went in and I worked, and they had me on fryers, much like what you just described. But Applebee's puts out a lot of chicken wings.
Yeah.
The Hooligans put out more, but Applebee's put out a lot of chicken wings.
But
And after one
Hooligans
night-
does the Wally wing.
yeah, the Wally wing. You got to put them on the freaking grill and then put them back in and all this stuff. But anyway, yeah, at Applebee's, man, that was so crazy and so corporate. They're like my training day. I went in, they trained me. I came back for one more shift, and it was just such a drain on my vibe that I just never came back. It was
It was compromising your freedoms as a human being.
just the manager was just like standing on the line the whole time. That's what reminded me, because you said the managers
Yeah.
were like there at the kitchen. The managers at Applebee's were just like standing there, just staring, just like the whole entire time, the whole shift. Somebody was standing
Did
there.
they do anything?
No, they didn't do anything. They just stood there. I'm sure they did something occasionally. I only showed up for one real shift. But yeah, it was insane. It was very corporate feeling. And I'm assuming once you get in the groove and get in with everybody, it probably feels a lot like that movie Waiting, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's blaming each other for everything, and it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. The next day, you're not even going to remember anyway.
That's what's crazy about it. It starts over every day like nothing happened.
Yeah.
You can have a banging night, do everything right, and it doesn't matter because people just flow through that door the next day. Like, it's crazy. It's nuts. TGI Fridays. Callum of the Corner says TGI Fridays is great. It is okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's one of the better ones. I think it's above Applebee's and Chili's.
Yeah,
For
because
sure.
I had a burger from there one time, right?
Yeah.
And this thing was like a thick burger with like a nice kind of hard bun.
Yeah.
This thing had a fried mozzarella patty on it.
Oh, yeah. I've seen
On
that.
the burger.
That's innovative.
That's insane.
That's what keeps those places in business, man.
I know, they
Stuff
gotta-
like that.
Like Applebee's has I like them a lot, but they're small and they're way too expensive and they're honestly trash, but I just like them anyway. Those chicken wonton tacos.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a folded wonton with some chicken in it and like some cabbage.
Yeah.
They're good, man.
Yo, you call something a wonton these days and you can charge double. Straight up.
Dude, it's like a poor attempt at like a Mexican Asian infusion dish.
I could go for some Mexican Asian fusion right now.
Juan Von Chan loves them though.
Oh, I bet he does. With a bratwurst on top.
No, he just puts sauerkraut on it. Yeah.
Ugh, yuck. All right. So what else we got? We got anything else? That might be the show. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that show. I was gonna say let's do a tier list, but we'll save it.
We're gonna save it. All right.
Maybe like a chain restaurant tier list, or maybe like a fast food tier list.
Oh, we need a fast food tier list because they just did one of this fast food tier list on something the other day, and I didn't pay attention. And I'm thinking it's probably pretty hot right now.
We probably got to make our own. It's more our opinion's more important anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure. Ours is the only one that matters.
Okay, well, we're gonna call that the show. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Callum, thanks for stopping by. Zernar, thanks for the follow.
Zernar.
Solo stopped by, I believe. Thank you, everybody that came by. Thanks for all the support you give us over the past few weeks. Thanks for the thousands and thousands of subs we received over the past month. You keep us doing it. You pay
That's
our
right.
bills so that we can talk to you for 2 hours a week. How lucky are you?
How lucky are you? See you next week, man. We appreciate you coming out. We really do.
Check us out on Twitter at Lord of the Things. I think we're gonna take a lot of these old episodes that are pretty poorly produced and poorly made, and just throw them
Trash 'em.
up on.
Oh, yeah, throw them up.
Just throw them up on YouTube.
Oh, I think we might have one up now.
Oh, do we?
I think I sent it down to the publishing department, and I think it might be up. I think number 1
Episode
might be
1.
up. Episode 1.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
We're gonna get them all up there in case anybody wants to watch old episodes. God knows why you would want to, but yeah, that's gonna be it for us. I think we're gonna go probably play some Valorant.
That's right.
Have a good night, you guys. We will see you next week. Yeah. Live long.
Yeah.
Prosper.
It's like the start of CSI Miami, you know, where he puts on his
I think that's gonna be
All right.
one hell of a show. Yeah. Live long, prosper. May the force be with you. All that other stuff. We'll see you next week. I'm Tim.
Adios.
That's Zach. And this has been Lore of
the Things.